Hi everyone, I'm Tristan, and today we are going to improve your TOEIC score. I'm going to give you 5 key tips for the TOEIC test, and you will see your score improve dramatically. So here are the tips. First is not seeing the main subject in the statement. So let's look at a very simple TOEIC statement. Very easy. The building's constructed in less than 2 years. Okay, so what's the answer? Well, obviously the answer is B because the subject is the buildings. This is a plural noun, so 2+. So we will have are, were, or have. So of course the answer here is were because we have buildings. But let's look at another sentence. It says the construction of the 3 buildings blank difficult to complete. Well, what is the main subject here? Many students see buildings and think buildings is the subject. However, the subject is construction. It is the construction blank difficult to complete. So construction is not a plural noun. It is singular. It is non-countable, so it is like one. So we would use is, was, has been. So therefore, because construction is our subject, the answer is A. The construction was difficult to complete. It is not were because buildings is not your subject. Let's look at a couple other examples. What is the subject in this sentence? Yes, a shortage. So a shortage is singular. So we know we will have has, is, was, or had. So we can immediately eliminate A and D because we don't say a shortage have. We could say shortages have. We don't say a shortage were. We could say shortages were. But remember, here a shortage is our subject. So we will not pick B because this is not a passive sentence. So the best answer is has caused. Remember, a shortage is your subject. So always be aware of the main subject. Number 2, this is a common mistake, not understanding if clauses. You have probably heard of conditionals. Today we will look at if subject verb, comma, subject verb, or subject verb if subject verb. Here are a couple examples from TOEIC. Let's look at the first one. Okay, here it is. Now here's a key rule, key tip. If the main clause uses will or can, for example, we will have a strong board, the if subject verb will not be past tense or past perfect. For example, in this wrong sentence, you can see the main clause says, I will not be hungry, or maybe I can not be hungry. If you have this situation, it would be wrong to say if I ate or if I had eaten breakfast. We need present tense. If I eat breakfast, I will not be hungry. Another example, this is wrong. I can or will solve the problem if I received or had received some help. You can see in the if clause, we have past and past perfect, received or had received. So we will not use can or will in the main clause. Correct? I can, will solve the problem if I receive some help. So remember, X can, will verb, plus if present tense or present continuous. This is correct. So let's go to the TOEIC question. we can see it says in the main clause, we will have a strong board. We will have a strong board. Therefore, the answer will not be past or past perfect. So eliminate B and C. Next, eliminate D, will be. In the if clause, you will not use future tense. I repeat, in the if clause, you will not use if, subject, will, verb. For example, if I will consult with her, I can find out the problem. Incorrect. We will not use will consult, which is future tense. Correct? If I consult with her, I can find out the problem. So there is no future in the if clause. So once again, the answer is A. If our candidates are elected, simple past, simple tense, present tense, are elected, we will have a strong board. Let's look at the next TOEIC question. Okay, once we look at this, we see that the if clause is past perfect. So here's the key tip. If plus simple past or past perfect, do not use can or will in the main clause. An example, if I discovered the problem, so that's past. I will can tell you. Incorrect. How to make this correct? If I discovered the problem, I would, could, might tell you. So past, if I discovered, we will not use will or can. Another way to make this correct is if I discover the problem, I will, can, or might tell you. So here I have present, if I discover. So I will not use would in this situation. All right, so we can eliminate B immediately in the TOEIC question. If X had advertised, which is past perfect, the consultant, we will not use will or can. Next, we can immediately eliminate A, doubled. You will not use if subject verb, subject plus simple past, or subject plus simple past if subject verb. Here's an example. If the company opened a new branch, it helped. I just have it plus simple past. This is always wrong. You will not have subject plus simple past in the main clause if it is connected to an if clause. So immediately we've eliminated A and B. Why? Well, we know there is no subject plus simple past in the main clause if it is connected to an if clause. And we have if he had advertised, which is past perfect, or even if we use simple past, we will not use will plus verb in the main clause. So what's the answer? The best answer is D. This is called a third conditional. It is looking at past actions and past results. An example, yesterday I drank coffee at 10 p.m. I couldn't sleep all night. I imagine the difference in the past. So if I say, if I hadn't drunk coffee at 10 p.m., because it was yesterday, so I have past perfect in the if clause, I could have slept last night. This is the imaginary past result. Now check out the lesson for more details. This is all about third conditionals. Okay, so let's look at this TOEIC question. The truth is, he didn't advertise. He got 10 clients. So we imagine the past differently. If he had advertised. He could have gotten 20 clients. So he could have doubled his business. So in the third conditional, we go if subject, past perfect, so had verbed, and the past result is would have verbed, could have verbed, might have verbed. Once again, check out the link to this lesson for more details. The biggest mistake I see from people studying TOEIC is not reading online articles about business, not reading online articles about the world. Some people just study TOEIC. But if you read in English, you will increase your vocabulary, you will increase your reading speed. And my advice is to read English newspapers from your country. You want to be interested in what you're reading. For example, Thailand has a newspaper called The Nation. Korea has Seoul Times. Japan has the Japan Times. These are English newspapers. And if you read an article or two, maybe every day or every week, you will improve your TOEIC score. Do not just rely on studying TOEIC. That is boring and it will slow down your progress. Read. Read things in English. You will improve your speed, I guarantee. All right, number 4. The fourth tip is not understanding how to use hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. These are different than using sometimes or always or never. Let me explain. These words can be an adjective or an adverb. For example, his monthly salary is competitive in the industry. So monthly here is an adjective because salary is a noun. If I use it as an adverb, he gets paid monthly. Monthly describes the action gets paid. So it is an adverb. When it is the adverb, put it at the end of the sentence. For example, this is wrong. I daily exercise. Correct. I exercise daily because it is used as an adverb. Wrong. I weekly take a trip to the capital city. Correct. I take a trip to the capital city weekly. So the adverb goes at the end of the sentence if you have hourly, daily, monthly, weekly, yearly. Let's look at some TOEIC examples. Well, what's the answer? Pick B, because weekly is at the end of the sentence. It is an adverb. We put it at the end of the sentence. Let's look at number 3 or 123. Pick B, because daily is at the end of the sentence. Problem solved. All right, my last tip is always reread your sentence after you pick your answer and ask, does this make sense? Is it logical? Let's look at a couple examples. Here's the first question. Based on grammar, I know that C or D will not be the answers. So I know it's A or B. So I decide to pick A. I decide to pick A. Now I read it again with because, and I think of the idea. Because the stockbrokers said the market was healthy, they refused to invest more money. I think this sounds strange. It's not grammar, but the idea is strange. If the market is healthy, the stockbrokers will probably invest more money. So then I think this is strange. What about although? And I read it again. Although the stockbrokers said the market was healthy, they refused to invest more money. Oh, yeah, that sounds more natural. That sounds more logical. Let's look at one more. Production went down, blank, morale was low. And morale is usually employee satisfaction. So I can eliminate D because of grammar. And I pick A because I think the grammar is correct. And it is. However, I reread the sentence. Production went down even though morale was low. Does this make sense? Production went down even though morale was low. No, something is strange because production went down is not a surprise. Low morale usually equals less productivity, less production. So logical, production increased even though morale was low, or logical, production went down at what time? When morale was low, when employees weren't happy. Therefore, I say this is strange to pick even though. And I say, what about when? And I say it again, production went down, okay, when morale, employee satisfaction was low. Yeah, that's logical. So I caught this and I'll pick B now. So reread the sentences, especially if you're only using grammar at first. Well, thanks for watching. I hope these tips have helped you out. If you want, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I really appreciate your support and have a great day. Bye.